Record. Okay, so like I said, apart from teaching in the classroom, what else? That's it. My approach to teachers development is total. It's all round. Physical development, mental development, emotional development, professional development, social development, financial development, and even spiritual development. Any teacher that takes one of these things out, I can tell you it's going to really affect the students in the class. I know what I'm saying. It will affect the students in the class. And so this is why I always do my best to make sure that I bring things that can help us in these different areas, in emotional area, in financial area, in professional area, especially, in the physical area. This is the time where some teachers are going to go into like maybe 1 or 2 weeks of rest before starting summer program. And, this is a season where you learn more, you rest more, you do more. And I tell you the truth, whatever you get in this season is what you take you for another session. And this is why this period is a time when I have things like this. I have done a lot of courses down for interested educators. Okay, so let's go into this. Apart from teaching in the classroom, is there any other thing? Coach Wale, I'm a teacher and I want to improve myself. I'm a teacher and I'm looking at the next level. I'm a teacher and I'm looking at how can I get things done for myself? How can this level that I'm in, it's been a while that I've been there. I need to take the next step. I need to do the next thing. I need to leave this place level. I'm not talking about your classroom. I'm not talking about your school. I'm talking about I need to leave this level that I'm in. And many times I used to say that there is no better time for a teacher than now. Because as I'll begin to show you, there are so many things that you can do apart from teaching in the classroom that are education related. You see, some people wants to go and start selling fish. Some people wants to start selling meat. Some people wants to start selling food. Some people wants to start selling whatever some people want to start selling. My own job is not about that. My job is to make sure that while you are teaching, you can also you can also be in education and increase your stream of income, increase the things that, increase your impact and influence. You see, one day I was in a school and it was supposed to be a staff appraisal. We were appraising the staff. And then one of the staff, and when I'm appraising teachers, one of the first questions I ask is, how long have you been teaching? I didn't say in the school, how long have you been teaching? And then someone told me I've been teaching for 21 or 20 years. And then I asked the lady, I said, so why are you still teaching? And it was very strange to her. I'm telling you, it was very strange to her. Because you are asking me, why am I teaching? I said, yes. I said, because I have people that taught for 12 years. And after 12, on their 12th year of teaching, they became the head of school. Some became administrator. They moved from just teaching in the classroom. They are now moved to guiding, providing mentorship, supporting, leading teachers in the classroom. They moved to handling parents, handling the entire school. And some of them, the school owner went to sleep because of the effectiveness and how they have put work. So apart from teaching in the classroom, Coach Wale, is there any other thing that I need to bring on board for myself? Are there opportunities beyond the four walls of the classroom that I need to bring to myself, that I need to put on, or that I need to work on to be able to get things done? Well, sit back and let me take you through this journey in the time that I have. Oh yes, this class is It's like a preparatory class for my program that is coming up, that is going to start, that is going to be starting on the 4th of August. I have a program majorly for teachers that want to come out, that is starting on the 4th of August. It's a fantastic one. Anybody that subscribe for that program also, there is my new book, From Classroom Teaching to Training and Conference Room. That book is a huge one. If you want to be a trainer, if you want to be an educational consultant, and I'm going to be giving it to people that subscribe for this program, for this training. But let's go. I want to start this way. Teaching, there's a saying that says teaching is a noble profession, but your influence should not stop at the classroom door. Teaching is a noble profession. I agree. But when it comes to influence, it should not stop at the classroom door. By the time you step out of your class, that should not be the end of your influence. No, that shouldn't be the end of the influence. Some people don't even have influence in the school compound. Talk less of outside the school that they teach, the school that pays you salary. There is no other influence. There is no other place that you are exploring. No, I believe that right now the mindset of every teacher, no matter the number of years that you have spent, the mindset of every educator is to see the influence out of the classroom door. To see that, yes, I will not limit my influence. Please, teachers, you are the real influencer. Because when you check the characteristics of the influencers that you know, you see that number one thing they do is that they speak. And if there's any profession that speak every day, Monday to Friday, I don't think you will count 3 professions before you take the teaching profession. Because there is a strong tie between communication and influence. Anybody that is influential is communicating. Anybody that communicates will be influential, either you like it or not. And that communication is not just spoken words. You know, in my teacher's training, I say that a lot. It's not just the fact that you can talk. That's not influence. Your body language is part of it. Your tone of voice is part of it. Your visibility, your intentional visibility is part of it. So teaching is a noble profession, but your influence should not stop at the classroom door. So let's take it together. Why do you want my influence to extend? I didn't say you should close down the classroom door. Why do you want my influence to extend out of the classroom door? Okay, so if you are teaching, if you're a classroom teacher, physical classroom teacher, and you're an online teacher, I am talking to everybody. Why do I need to extend my influence from the classroom? Any room where you are, either Zoom room, look at me now, I'm teaching you now. That means I'm a teacher. This is a classroom. Why do I need this? Why do I need my influence to go past the classroom door? First thing first, the world of education has changed. Education is no longer what it used to be. And if you will agree with me, today's teachers or today's teacher is no longer just an instructor. Oh, they employed me to just instruct you. No. As you are listening to me right now, it is possible that what I'm saying to you, you might be listening to it, you might be hearing it for the first time. But I need you to understand this. Your job is now more than just instructing, telling people, introducing subjects to people, and then explaining it to them, and then giving them exercises, and then you mark and give them homework, and they go. Today's teacher is no longer an instructor. The modern educators are now becoming, number one, trainers. Oh, yes. There's a difference between a teacher and a trainer. Oh, there's a difference between a teacher and a trainer. Oh, for a teacher, the foundation is about subjects. The foundation is about subject. The knowledge that a teacher passes in class has been put in, look at it, has been put factored into a body of knowledge that we call curriculum. So you might not even step out of the curriculum. However, for a trainer, the foundation of training is practice. That is why for you to be a good trainer, you have to be a good practitioner. You cannot be saying what you have not done before. You cannot be training people on. So think about it. You have if you want to learn how to drive right now, and then you have the car and the car key, and then they showed you your trainer, the person that wants to teach you how to drive, and the person, as you the two of you, as you enter the car to start learning, he says, oh, this is my first time of actually handling the steering. You see, you understand that everybody will end up in the ditch. Everybody, the car, you, and the trainer. So because training is not teaching, some people can read to teach, but trainers, it's about best practices. You have, as the person may be training from the practice that the person has, the person actually is training from the results or a careful benchmark. So you see, modern educators right now are no longer about the subject mastery. Oh, I since I was in primary, I know this mathematics very well. I know it. That makes you a teacher. But for you to be a trainer is another ball game. For you to be a trainer means that you have taught children, you have produced children, and you have mastered the model of getting children to take mathematics as a fun subject. You have been able to move children from mathematics that they don't like to the mathematics that they now like. And you documented it and put it in a slide presentation like this. And it's no longer for those children, it's now for mathematics teachers and other teachers that want to start teaching mathematics. You see that? So that you are a teacher does not mean you are a trainer. I'm just trying to let you understand that today's trainers or today's educators are no longer just instructors. They are now trainers. Number two, modern educators are now consultants. Oh, yes. In the training that I have that is coming up on the 4th of August, that is starting on the 4th of August, is starting from 4th of August to 21st of August. In that training, I am going to be teaching a participant about the heart of consulting. Oh, yes. You are not just trainers. Modern educators are now consultants. Consultants looks at problems and they dissect it. The problems in the school setting, the problem in education setting. And while this is very important, is because of the immense numbers of schools that we have. When you look at the number of schools that we have, private schools that we have in individual states, you see that we have so much. And I can tell you that we have so much. Okay. So today's educators are not just trainers. Today's educators are consultants. Today's educators are authors. You see, for more than 7 years, I think 2018, 2019, I started going around speaking to educators and talking to them that you have been teaching for 12, 13, 14, 15 years, and you don't have one book to your name. No, I don't understand. How come you don't have just one book to your name? You are a teacher, you should be an author. I'm not saying you should automatically be an author, but for the fact that you have been writing, you have been marking notes, you know what is right, you know what is wrong. You have tried different things in your class as a teacher. You see that? The fourth thing is that modern educators are becoming coaches. Coaches. Oh, yes, there is a difference between teachers, trainers, and coaches, and even consultants. They are different places. And I'm telling you, you can function in these different areas. Oh, yes. Because coaching is about decision making. It's about just as I'm saying it now. If you watch the World Cup, or if you're a footballer, or you love football, you follow. If you don't like football, don't worry. But as I'm saying it, you can think about it. The job of a coach is that you make decisions. You are not the one playing, but you make decisions on behalf of the people that are playing. And those decisions can give edge to that team that you are coaching. You are making decisions. You are knowing what to substitute, what to remove, and what to put there. You see? And there are so many things that goes into that. Today's teachers are now empowering, putting themselves in that space. Another thing that today's speakers are becoming are public speakers. When we have conferences, educational conferences, enough of us having educational conferences, and we are going to banks to bring accountants. We are going to other sectors to bring speakers. Yes, fantastic. We can bring speakers from other sectors, but the people that should dominate that part is actually the people in the sector. Oh yes. When you look at how things are playing out, a lot of teachers have never even imagined that they can be a conference speaker. They can be called into a conference, they can be called into a program, a seminar, a workshop, summit. They can be invited as guest speakers. I'm telling you, and this is someone that Monday to Friday you are in a class. On Sunday, you are teaching in possibly if you're a Christian, you are teaching in a children church, or you're a Muslim, you are teaching in the mosque, you are teaching the children. Now, it is important to understand this, please. It is very important. It's very, very important. Okay, so let's go on. Apart from being a public speaker, modern educators are becoming content creators. Oh yes, you can create content and you can engage us. This is the one of the fastest way to become visible. Oh yes, as a teacher, you can become content creators. If you have LinkedIn, you have Instagram page, you have TikTok page. Even if you don't want to do a video, your writings on LinkedIn is amazing. It's fat. Can you see? It can bring a lot. It can help a lot of people. A lot of people can follow you on Twitter, on X, sorry, and on LinkedIn. That's for people that are shy of camera. But if you are very good with camera, people tell you you can speak well. People tell you that you look very beautiful, especially when it comes to how you speak and how you. Please engage. You can become a content creator. Also, educational entrepreneurs. Oh my God. The modern educators are becoming educational entrepreneurs. In other words, there are educational items, there are things that you do business, you do trade, you work with education resources. You trade educational resources from the preschool materials to the materials used in the school to the stationaries to a lot of things that goes into that, costumes, graduation resources, a lot of things that teachers that you can educational entrepreneurs. Then digital product creators. This one is also very huge. In other words, you engage the digital space with your products. You have digital products. As I'm speaking, you have ebook. As I'm talking, you have your worksheets. As I'm talking, you have your toolkits. You have your courses. You have a lot of things. A lot that you can do. Modern educators are becoming this. And I want to switch to them, but I want to ask this question. This question is very important. Ask yourself as an educator, are you preparing for the future or you are just waiting for retirement? And I'm sorry, the reason why I put this question here is because when I see the way a lot of teachers work, I am asking, are you actually working for the future? Are you? So are you preparing for the time when you won't be able to teach the way you used to teach again? You won't be able to handle the number of periods that you used to handle. You see, when you are teaching alone in the classroom, you will notice that you are teaching what you know. There is a natural tendency for you to just relax. You just put yourself, you just want to stay. And you know, whatever comes, that's what it comes. There is no zest for learning. There's no passion to learn. And you see, this is why it's very, very important to really pay. Are you preparing for the future? The future that we don't even know what is going to take, but we understand that preparation has to start. If you're waiting for retirement, I promise you, that is not going to be very, very full of advantage. You have to prepare for the future. Let me go on. So, like I said, you see, if you want these certain things, which is one of the things that we crave for. Oh, yes. You see, I believe and I know that every teacher, when you get to the point where you can really lay claim on these 5 areas, you are going to be very fulfilled and you are going to be very successful. Number 1, financial freedom. Number 2, career growth. That means you are growing in the profession. Number 3, national recognition. When I call your name in the north, they know you. When I call your name in the south, they know you. And I'm going to use an example. Then the number 4 is flexible income. I'm not just talking about financial freedom. I'm talking about flexible income. That means that your income comes from different places. Oh, yes, that's what it means. And then global opportunities. Global opportunities. These 5 things are very critical. In fact, if you ask me, I'm going to say that any teacher that is modern must write this thing possibly at the back of your diary or by the side of your bed, and you are ticking it. You must get to a point where you tick, okay, career growth, I think I'm having it. And why? I think I started as a teacher, I'm now an administrator. I started as a teacher, I'm now a proprietor. I started as a teacher, I'm now a consultant. I started as a teacher, I'm now a trainer, full-blown trainer that I'm sought after, seriously booked. I started as a teacher, I'm now an educational consultant. I started as a teacher, I'm a renowned author. You know, an example is the author of Brighter Grammar. And you know that some people use Brighter Grammar when they were in school. But the author of Brighter Grammar was a teacher. And you know, Brighter Grammar influence moved to so many countries in West Africa before internet. Think about it. Before the internet, Brighter Grammar was used in Angola. Brighter Grammar was used in different places. Look at our writers, Chinua Achebe, just by writing. Global recognition, global opportunities. Look at Wole Soyinka. Look at the people that write. I'm telling you, a teacher must get to the point where you sit. It's not just about the money. You have to get to the point where we think about these 5 things: financial freedom, career growth, national recognition, flexible income, global opportunities. Because I'm putting this slide intentionally because really lately I have been trying to paint the picture of achievements to a teacher. Because I noticed from my discussion with a lot of teachers, I noticed that a lot of teachers does not even know what achievement is about. A lot of teachers feel that once I have 1 million naira in my account, that is an achievement. I tell you, that 1 million, with the current state of things right now in the country, if you have a car, you have family, you have children, no matter your gender, you will finish 1 million in 3 weeks. I promise you that, except it's just coming for the first time. And maybe you have never had like maybe 500,000 before. But I need you to understand this, that we need pictures of achievements as teachers, so that is going to fill the things that you want to do. When am I going to be financially free? When is my career going to grow? When am I going to move from this level where I am? Oh yes. When am I moving from being a teacher to become a supervisor? When am I moving from being a teacher to become a coach? When am I moving from being a teacher to become a proprietor? That's if you want to have a school. If you don't want to have a physical school, you want to have an online school. When am I going to have 50 staff under me as online? And we have plenty clients in US, in UK, Nigeria, in Africa, in different places. Global. You see, A teacher must begin to think like this. A teacher must have picture of achievement. Our picture of achievement must not be that, oh, I'm now getting 500,000 naira. No, I'm not saying that is bad. No, but there are things that you must write that after 2 years or after a year, after one successful session, you have to go back to those 5 things and ask yourself, what am I doing today that is leading me to this? What decisions am I making? What knowledge am I acquiring? What is it that is coming into me that is giving me edge in these areas? Because once you don't define your destination, your journey is a waste. If you don't define your destination, your journey is a waste. You can imagine somebody that is traveling and then you ask the person, where are you going? They say, I don't know. Honestly speaking, I've never even thought about it. Are we going somewhere? I did not even know that I'm going somewhere. Oh my God. I didn't know. No. You have to make sure that you get yourself into that. What achievement means to you, you must redefine it, please. You must redefine it. So instead, build multiple streams of impact. And really, this is why I've been talking to teachers. Trust me, I'm an authority when it comes to teaching about multiple streams of income. And I live that. But lately, I've been talking to teachers about building multiple streams of impact, multiple streams of influence. A teacher must think about multiple streams in those 3 areas: impact, income, and influence. You must think about it. I don't just want to be making money from different channels. I want to also impact for different channels. Today, I'm speaking to students. Tomorrow, I'm speaking to teachers. Next tomorrow, I'm speaking to school leaders. Next one, I'm speaking to parents. Another time, they call me from a company. Oh, yes, to come and speak to their staff. I am speaking in a conference. I am talking to the young and I'm talking to the old. I am called for in a church program. I am called for in my religious program because they've seen there's a multiple streams of impact. And then there's multiple streams of influence. My influence is not even only in education alone. I am going back. You see, I'm trying to give you a picture. I'm trying to give you a reason why you should take yourself serious. Why it shouldn't be that, oh, once we resume a new session, we just start again. I'll teach. I'm English teacher. I'll just teach the English. And when I'm done, I'm done. You know what? I am okay. No, you are not okay. You are not okay. You have to get yourself to that level to be able to say that when am I going to be recognized national? When is my career? When am I going to leave the realm of teaching? If I stop teaching today, how long will I stay before I start begging for money? You have to get to that point. You have to ask yourself this very important question. And it is these important questions that leads you to be able to, this is why you cannot stay on classroom teaching alone. Because classroom teaching alone cannot give you any, mark my words, it cannot give you any of these 5. It can't. It can, to me, if you ask me, this is like the 5 pillars that every teacher must look towards, must work towards. Oh, yes. When it comes to career, when it comes to the profession. But classroom teaching alone may not be able to provide it. So I said, remember, your salary pays your bills. Oh, yes. Your salary pays your bills. But your expertise builds your wealth. You see, when it comes to paying bill, that's a level. But when it comes to building wealth, that's another level. At that point, it's no longer going to be about salary. You see, it's going to be about your expertise, which is why you have to think about expertise. I run a line of work that is under Oxtonia Tutors Academy, where we groom tutors to become experts in international examinations so that they can start teaching, grooming children for SAT, grooming people for IGCSE. A teacher that is only teaching NECO and WAEC in secondary school. Maybe the teacher is even teaching in junior secondary school. all of a sudden now is grooming children to write SAT, is grooming them to write IGCSE, and those students are passing it very well. Before you know it, international school doors are knocking, international opportunities are knocking. That is what we call expertise. It is your expertise that builds your wealth. Salary only pays your bills. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry to say, a lot of people don't see past their salary. They don't see past it. A lot of people, it has never crossed their mind that, oh, I can actually run this. I can build my expertise so that my salary can increase. Oh, yes. Because your expertise place you on a pedestal of influence. Your influence and your impact are limited by your expertise. I'm going to say that again. Your influence and your impact are limited by your expertise. If you increase your expertise, you increase your impact. Because people don't just want you because of your face. People want you because of what you can do for them. The principle of life is centered around value creation. It's not even about wealth creation. We don't build wealth, we create value. You have to understand that if you increase your expertise, you increase your impact. If you increase your impact, you increase your influence. If you increase your influence, you will increase your income. So you need to understand that this is not the time to be waiting for another summer to start so that you can do 9 to 12 and you are part of the people that are complaining. Oh, the school says we want to do 9 to 2 p.m. Oh, no. It's 9 to 12. Oh, I can only come even 2 times in a week. And the 2 times as agreed by the school, you now stayed home for 4 or 5 times, but you are not doing anything. There is nothing adding to you. No conference, no training, no learning, no book that you are reading. Nothing improve your expertise. Why? I'm already a teacher. I'm an English teacher. And I'm even teaching lower primary classes. I just teach lower primary and that's okay. Next session, I will just be collecting my salary. No, you cannot be like that. You can't achieve financial freedom that way. You cannot achieve career growth that way. You cannot be a national. Nobody can recognize you. Do you know the number of teachers that we have in this country? Oh, yes. Do you know the number that are in the classrooms? You need to think out of that right now. Your life as a teacher is more than that. Your life as a teacher is bigger than that. The things that are happening in your classroom every day prepares you for these 5 things. It prepares you for national and global platform. It prepares you for it. So instead of you being okay, instead of you being contented with just that classroom alone, and then because of that, they call for training, you are never available. The school is even doing in-house training, you are not there. You don't even want to be involved. Why? Because I know it all. You people should just give me textbook. Once you give me textbook, I will write my lesson plan. And once I'm done, I have my laptop. I've created the slide. I don't want to be disturbed. Let me just come and teach. And when I teach, I'm gone. No, please. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. Okay. So let me take 3 things that you can do, and then that will take me to be able to talk about our training that is starting on the 4th of August. Oh, yes, it's going to be an amazing one. I promise you, it's going to really be an amazing one. The training is going to be starting on the 4th of August. Registration is already going on currently. Oh, yes, the registration is already going on currently. If you want to register for the training, please, if you want to be part of this training, please, I need you to send me a message today. Register today. Oh, yes, you can show your interest, and by the end of the month, latest by 2nd of August, we are going to wrap up to know the number of people that we are working with, and then we take it up. I'm telling you the truth, it's going to be an amazing time. It's going to be, sincerely speaking. Yes, if you want to register, you can follow the phone number, the number that is at the footer of this my page, of this slide, 0806032847. That's my WhatsApp number. You can send me a WhatsApp message on my WhatsApp. So, and I'm going to take you through how you are going to subscribe for that. You should not take yourself. Don't be too complacent. There are so many things. So first thing first, you can become a trainer. Oh, yes. Start seeing yourself as a trainer. You can become a trainer. And what does that mean? Actually, what does that mean? To be a trainer. Now, these are some of the things that schools are constantly looking for. They need to train their staff. They need to train the people. They need to take schools, private schools, plenty in any state, in any region. Classroom management, a lot. Of course, a lot of people flog it, but the truth about it is that it's never enough. I am telling you, because teachers are in the classroom every now and then. Classroom management, child safeguarding and protection. In fact, one of the consulting areas that I used to teach people is on how to consult on child protection and safeguarding. Oh, yes, schools will bring you in to assess, are we safe? That's what it means. Are we safe? Is there policy that we have to protect a child? What are we doing that what is it about the school that we need to pay attention to that will help? And you give them recommendation. That's a consulting. But in training also, you can train teachers on safeguarding a child, how a teacher, how a staff, nannies, how they can safeguard a child. Oh, yes. AI in education, another sweet one. Sweet one. Teaching teachers on behalf of a school how to use AI. You see, school leadership, customer service. Oh my God. Customer service for schools, amazing one. Teacher effectiveness, how a teacher, how the set of teachers in the school or personal teachers, how they can be effective doing their job. Emotional intelligence, technology integration. You see, these are areas that schools constantly, mark that word, constantly. What you need to do, maybe you just take one or two or three based on your capacity. Take it and master it. Master it. Oh, yes. Master it. Learn about it. You see, in the forthcoming training, I am going to be touching on these topics areas, especially when it comes to training. And in my new book that I'm going to give for everybody that subscribe, I actually talk about how you can build expertise in these areas. You see, when you build expertise in these areas, you discover that you are really set and ready. So these are the things that people need training on, but that does not automatically, because you have mastered this, does not automatically make you a trainer. You must understand the training ethics. What are the things that trainers do? Oh, yes. So you have to learn that. You know, trainers write proposals, trainers build relationships. Because somebody asked me, you know, while this was going on, somebody asked me and he said, Coach Wale, do schools engage trainers like that? I said, well, I can't speak for other trainers, but I can speak for myself. I'm a trainer. I've been doing that in the last 10, 12 years. I can speak for myself. I know what I do to secure and to get the buy-in of a school. If I enter a place, a region for 2, 3, 4 weeks, I know what to do to be able to secure them for me to run training for them. So, and some of those things are the things I'm going to be teaching you in the forthcoming training program that is starting on the 4th of August. One training can earn more than 1 month salary. I can tell you that. I personally can tell you. Your 1 month salary, you can get it in 3.5 hours, 4 hours training. You can get it. So it's very important for you to think training. Very, very key. Let's go to the second one. I'm conscious of the time. You can become an educational consultant. I don't know if you have seen anybody that their designation or whatever it is you can write about them is educational consultant, educational consultant. A lot of people are consultants now. Yes, I agree. But you know what? You can become an educational consultant as a teacher. Now, why, Coach Wale, why do you think I can do that? Oh, yes. Number one is the fact that if you have been in the school for a while, if you have been in the school setting, you have been teaching for a while, and you have developed models, frameworks, you have worked with children that could not read, and in one session, you made them read. You have worked with children that had poor handwriting, and before they leave you, that's why I'm doing this training at the end of a session. Now that they are going to another class, the handwriting has improved. A parent came and give you a gift. Parents are talking about you. Schools are talking about you. Don't waste that, because you have mastered that framework. You can teach other Teachers, you can teach other schools. You can consult for them to make sure that you take the handwriting of the entire school. I have a school owner. The school right now is over 18, 15, 16 years right now. And the way the man started was the fact that he spent a lot of years teaching mathematics. And because of that, one, two, three parents recommended the man to a big school in Kwara State. So the man leaves Lagos to consult on mathematics. That's the only thing. He leaves Lagos to consult on mathematics. He said the first consultation that he had with that big school, the money they paid him was the total money they paid all the staff salary in his school. He's a teacher then. He was a teacher. So all the staff, the money they paid the man, and I'm talking maybe year 2000 or 1999, the money they paid him was the total salary of the entire staff. That's an educational consultant that decided that I'm working with this school to take the mathematics of the school to prepare the children for WAEC to make sure they pass mathematics. And why? Because I have done it. I have handled it. I've done it somewhere, and the recommendation and referrals are going. So you can help schools as an educational consultant. You can help schools with recruitment. You can help schools with staff training. You can help schools with school branding. You can help schools with quality assurance. You can help schools with standard of operating procedures. You can help schools with policies, curriculum implementation, performance management. You see, all these areas are, if you are functioning, if you know something about these things, then I call you educational consultant. You see that this is different from training. You can see it's different from training. Training is just one out of the many. You help schools to get teachers, to get non-teaching staff, to get leaders, to get different people. You are already a consultant. You help schools with branding. Oh, yes. The way nobody is thinking, the preference, nobody is thinking about positioning, but you are doing that on their behalf. Branding, you are really consulting. That's what it means. That's what it means. You can become an educational consultant. In the training that we are going to have, I am going to be breaking this down. I am telling you, how do I recruit people for schools? How do I even get schools to trust me? How do I get schools to give me job? Oh yes. Oh yes. It's easier than you think. Oh yes. And that is what the training is about. The third one, where I'm going to stop because of time, you can become a coach. You see, from what I'm showing you now, you can see that there's a difference between a teacher, a trainer, a consultant, a coach. Yes, there's a difference. So you can become a coach. And what this means, you can coach teachers. Remember what I said when I was talking about coaching. Coaching is like coaching a team against another team. And what it means is that you are making decisions. They call you, maybe because of your years of experience, because of your delivery, consistent results, because of your positioning skills, they call you to help them to make decisions. Oh, yes, I get a lot of calls early in the morning, late in the night. I get a lot of school owners that call me, and then we structure and we sit down, and then we have coaching sessions. I get coaching sessions with parents, with children. Oh, yes. So you can become a coach. You can coach teachers. You can coach school owners. You can coach students. You can coach parents. You can coach school leaders. Culturally, so what are the areas? Number one, career coaching, especially for students. Career coaching, especially for teachers. A lot of teachers ask me, culturally, what am I going to do from here? How do I move from here? Yes, I tell them, structure a coaching session with me. And that's the truth. I will just tell you, this is the amount, this is the link, and then you just structure it. Let's have it 1-2 sessions. You are okay. Career coaching, academic coaching. Academic, you make academic decisions for the children. How do you study? What are you doing? Then you get to speak to them. You get to possibly have a one-on-one session with them. Coaching. Also, leadership coaching. This is also very important. Yes, you can coach school leaders. Parenting coaching. parenting coaching. In other words, the parent of a child that is not performing, but the parent is always getting it, it's always getting at the parent. That parent needs somebody to talk to. That parent needs a new line of information. That parent needs tools to use, Then also productivity coaching. Productivity. Our phone is a major distraction. Online is a major distraction. How do we do it in such a way that when it is time for work, we work, and when it is time to play, we play? Productivity coaching. You see, you can become a coach. There are so many things that are embedded in coaching program. Oh yes, there are so many, so many. I don't want this class to be more than 50 minutes because I really want to put it up on YouTube, and I want you can lay your hands on it again. You can go through it again. Oh yes. However, this is going to be, someone says finding a balance in everything. Fantastic. Finding a balance in everything is a function of capacity, which is where training comes in. In other words, so let me give you an example. You are a teacher, but your weekend, your Saturday is for training. You are training in school, maybe in Montessori education, for example. Don't forget what I said. Expertise is very important. Oh yes, expertise is very important. And for you to be an expert, attend trainings, put the things that are shared in training, put it into practice, offer to do some things that you have learned, offer to do it for free, which is why some people here, by the time you finish the class, you are possibly going to offer to do certain things for free in your immediate school, in your current school. In your current school. The first training gig that I got was 4,000 naira for 2 days. The first training ever that the school gave me to train the staff. I went there with manual, and they paid me 4,000 naira. When the woman told me she's going to pay me 4,000, I said, God forbid. That was what I told her. I said, God forbid. But you know what? Of more than 30 schools that I sent proposal to, she was the only one that was willing to bet on me. She was the only one. So the money was nothing. The money was to give me, the main thing was to allow me to do it so that when I get to another school and they ask me, have you done it before? I'm already sharing things that we have in our training with you. So when they ask me, have you done it before? I can say, yes, I've done it. Little did I know, by the time I was done with the training, the woman said, oh my God, this is very fantastic. I'm going to call like 3 schools on your behalf. In my presence, she called the first school. She said, you need to engage this guy. The second school, you need to be there. In 2 weeks, I went around those 3 schools. And by midterm, the woman called me again to come and do another training for the school. You can see? You see, that is how it works when you're looking for balance. I'm telling you the truth. Anything, first, you need to attend, make sure that you are part of the system. Make sure that you attend certain things. Very, very important and very key. Oh, yes. However, the reason why I'm saying that is because, your capacity is going to bring a lot. Your capacity. Time will not permit me to talk about, it's not only coaching, educational consulting, training that you need. You can also be an author. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Write a book, publish the book. How do you write a book right now in a very easy and well? And how do you publish it? A lot of teachers have written books, plenty. But anytime they think about publishing and getting it round to places, they get discouraged. No, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. And I can confidently say that, yes, I can speak to you about becoming an author because I've published 12 books. Oh, yes. I've written many, but I've published 12. And apart from hard copy books, I also have ebooks that I sell. So you see that you can achieve a lot as a teacher. So apart from teaching, what else? So this is what I put up, and I want to appreciate everybody. I mean, we are over 30 on this short call, and I'm going to drop the link of this class again to the platform. where you got this. If you don't belong to my platform educators community, you can also send me a message so that I can send you a link to join that community. A lot are in store. However, make up your mind to register for this training that is coming up on the 4th of August. Thank you very much. I don't know if there is any question